The European Union is in the process of passing the world's first AI legislation. Now, the new law would regulate a wide range of AI issues, but one particular technology could well transform the way the EU operates on a daily basis. Alex Cadier reports from Brussels in the second of a three-part series on AI in Europe as well as Africa.
This small and unremarkable room is fundamental to the European Union's existence. Without it, the ambitious project of 27 countries working together would be almost unthinkable. These interpretation booths mean the Union's most high-profile events can be understood by the 27 member states and the rest of the world in real time. They also allow EU officials to debate legislation in several languages, like the bloc's new AI Act, the world's first artificial intelligence law. These kinds of complex discussions would be virtually impossible without the help of EU interpreters, something EU officials never fail to acknowledge.
Thank you to the interpreters.
Thank you to the interpreters.
Agradecemos especialmente a los intérpretes.
Thank you to the interpreters.
Big thanks also to the interpreters.
The European Union employs around 1,400 full-time interpreters across 24 languages and based around the bloc. Most of their work focuses on EU lawmaking, including the AI Act. The EU's translation service costs around $380 million a year. But human interpreters could soon be replaced by a cheaper and faster alternative, allowing the EU to connect with languages and audiences it didn't previously reach.
Several companies have developed AI-powered live interpretation, technology that means while I'm speaking to you in English, my words could be live translated.
我的话可以现场翻译给亚洲讲普通话的听众。
Modifié en français pour nos homologues européens et les téléspectateurs africains.
And then back to English without any human-powered interpretation.
One such company is Kudo. Its co-founder says AI technology can and should work alongside human interpreters.
We're not seeing this as a threat of existing. We can see them really coexisting together. We're really looking at making language accessible. So it's not only about policymakers being able to use human interpretation and having communication with each other, but how the same policymaker could really use AI to be able to connect to a much larger community, including citizens, for a better engagement.
Behind the scenes, industry experts say that while AI translation may not be as good as humans for now, the speed at which the technology is evolving means it could be ready to replace interpreters in a matter of years, if not months. But the president of Belgium's Chamber of Translators and Interpreters isn't worried just yet.
Interpreting is about cultural information, is about understanding the goal of what's being said and conveying that in a new culture, in a different culture. So it's much more sensitive than just translating words, but the cultural transfer is almost impossible to do with artificial intelligence.
Another concern with AI interpretation is security. High-profile meetings between world leaders require the utmost confidentiality from interpreters. The sensitive nature of these discussions means that even if the technology is there, leaders may be reluctant to use it.
AI interpretation may not be used for the kind of high-profile events that happen here in the European Council's press room. But for the EU's day-to-day translation, this cheap and scalable technology may prove irresistible to these multilingual institutions. Alex Cadier, CNA, Brussels.